All right. Welcome to Two Corners of the Same Mattress. We are back, y'all.
Welcome.
Figured I'd switch it up a little bit today.
It's not who we are.
We are two corners of the same mattress. Two halves of the same sheets.
What the
You know
fuck
what I'm
are we
saying?
talking about?
Yeah, we talking about the shit. That's who we are. AKA both sides of the bed. Did you like my switch up today?
I love it.
You know, remixing it today.
Remix.
So I'm feeling great today.
I'm feeling really good too.
We're back in the mix. We're back recording. We got a lot of episodes in the clip. We're unleashing on y'all.
Unleash.
We're building a team. Community is happening.
Community.
Listeners, supporters.
It's lovely.
It's lovely. I feel real good about it.
I feel really good too. It's been good.
It's been good.
It's been a good little season.
It's been good.
Yeah.
In today's conversation, we know y'all are going to thoroughly enjoy. In today's conversation, we know y'all are thoroughly going to enjoy because this is what y'all love to talk about. Y'all love to talk to us about it. It's like we can't escape talking about it. Everywhere we go, the people want to know who we are and who we're fucking.
So we tell them
each and every time. And so today we're going to talk about open relationships. And we've discussed our open relationship. If it's your first time joining us, welcome. We are in an open relationship. And, we've been talked about how we navigated our open relationship and where we've been. So if you haven't checked that out, please go back and check that out in previous episodes. But today we're going to talk about where we're going with our open relationship. Check-in. Let's have a check-in.
Yeah, talk about our open relationship goals.
Yeah. Because I feel like in any relationship, but definitely when you're open relationship, regardless of however you have it structured, it's good to have these check-ins just to make sure you're on the same page.
Yeah.
Make sure everyone's happy and still comfortable and aligned with your goals. And so we haven't done that in quite a while. So
yeah, I can't even.
I
think we haven't done it because our open relationship has turned into a closed relationship.
It's like when
and not really on purpose or intentional. It's just life kept lifing.
Yeah, it's like the cabinet is 95% closed.
It's a jar. We are in a jar relationship.
A jar relationship. It's definitely been on chill.
Yeah.
And it's been fine. I haven't felt like, damn. No, that's a lie. I was about to say. I haven't felt like we haven't been missing out. I have been feeling like that lately. Over the last quarter of the year, as we close out 2023, I've definitely been feeling like, I'm ready to get some new pussy. You know what I'm saying? I'd like that. It's a strong calling inside.
Yeah, I'm just looking for new connections.
I want the connections, but we've been so far off.
I know, I'm just teasing you.
No, you're good. But we've been so far off. I just want some pussy first, and then we can get to the connections. I'm just being honest.
No, same. It's been a while. And it's not even that we're like. It's not like I feel like it feels like we just kind of cut everybody off and we're just like not talking to them, and that's just not true. We have a couple in the mix that we still talk to, but just like nothing really has happened just because our life has been going on and it's been a lot, and we just haven't had. At least I'll speak for myself. I haven't had the bandwidth. I haven't had my bandwidth to even lift my tongue to lick. Like, it's just been a tiring year. So I just haven't had the bandwidth to even want to go after anything. And it's just not it just hasn't been in the cards. Yeah. I've been really tired. So now I'm just like, I feel more energized and excited. Things are finally settling down with the home and getting back on the pod. And I'm ready.
Yes, I feel like the extent of our openness has been checking out asses and beautiful faces walk past us on a daily basis when we go out into the world.
I feel like we really curated our type.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
We have narrowed it down to a nice zone, and we're very good in that.
And we're also like, I love that because it's easy. It's not like, I'm not interested in that at all, or vice versa. It's just nice and smooth and easy, and it's just like, I'd hit that, he'd hit that, we'd hit that, she'd hit us.
Yeah.
Hitting could happen because we're into that too.
Yeah.
It's all fun.
I'm so glad we're on the same page in terms of our type, and we never had a struggle with it. But as we've been together longer and just have seen enough women along that time to like, oh yeah, I like that, I like that, I like that, I like that, don't like that, don't like it. To like really hone it in. It's like we're so perfectly aligned. I'm thoroughly turned on by your type.
Same.
And vice versa. And so much, we have like a little subcategory of, oh, daddy would like to fuck her. Where you be like, oh, I know you like that. Or like, we'll see a chick walk past and you'll be like, we don't even talk about it no more. It's just, well, she'll walk past. I'll give respectful eyes. And then you'll just look at me. I know. I know. And then I'll smile. Like, how did you know? How did you know? And I love that. I feel so seen.
Yeah.
I feel so seen.
I know you very, very well.
Yeah. And then sometimes, like I have like alternative music is out there. Like I have alternative types where you wouldn't necessarily think that was my type, but I know how to find the diamonds in the rough. And you even know them now.
I do.
And you know what I would do to them.
Oh my God.
You know what I would do to you.
I do know.
You tell me, and I love it. You set the scenes. It's beautiful.
I do set the scenes. I have all the control.
Yes. You do actually at the end of the day, because
1000%.
without your consent, I wouldn't be getting none of this extra pussy in my life.
You can call me mommy.
Won't go that far, but
Okay.
I thank you so much, my love.
No problem, Daddy.
Thank you so much for that. Yes. So it's been, I don't even think we've had like a single new partner at all this year. I don't think we've had a single new sexual experience with a new person at all this year. Not even one. I know that's shocking to hear, but
I think most people think that like we go out and it's just like we are fucking. If we don't answer our phone, it's because we're fucking. Not each other, other people, and
That's
each
it.
other, with each other. And it's just like we just be chilling.
they probably thought when we wasn't recording, oh, them niggas fucking.
All
They
day,
fucking
every day.
all day. Too
They
busy
coming with
fucking.
all the content.
Nah, but we've been chilling. We've been very much getting ourselves together so that we can just be good for our individual selves.
No, seriously. We've
For
been doing
each
some
other.
wholesome stuff.
Yeah.
Just wholesome journeying on these parts.
Yeah, spiritual growth happening.
Spiritual
over
growth, individual growth,
here. Yeah.
connected growth.
Yeah.
A lot of that. Just not a lot of sex with others.
Right.
A lot of sex with each other.
A lot of
It's
sex
been great.
with each other. It's always a plus.
Always a plus. Always just the bar raising.
But I will say we've gone out several times this year, and I've noticed how rusty I got so quickly. Like by the time the summer hit, I was off my shit. Because I was off my shit in general with just engaging with women, period, because we haven't, and it's different. It's a different way of going about that, being in an open relationship. I just can't go about it in general as a single man. So I'm still navigating those new waters, period.
Yeah.
And then being rusty on top of that just made it so much worse, where it's awkward and like, how do I even do this anymore?
Yeah.
It's like we've gone to clubs, and I realize I'm so out of place in trying to do the bagging of somebody out that we like when it's me. I feel like as the man, there's a lot of dirtbags out there, so it could easily come off as if I'm a scumbag trying to go holler at someone on the side when my beautiful woman is right here. Perfect example, when we went to Red Pavilion.
Yeah.
And so we went to this one spot, and it was like a sexy stripper.
Burlesque.
Burlesque, exotic dancer. It was a very sexy evening. It was very, very sensual. A lot of good energy for that happening.
Yeah.
So
so lovely. Those performers are just so talented.
Yes, they did their thing. But before we got in there, so we're waiting in line. This is a long ass line, and we out there, and we're talking to our friend, and it's quality. It was beautiful, beautiful woman. She's just waiting there by herself in the line, and I see her, but I'm talking to you, and I don't know how to admire somebody else.
Yeah.
And because usually I'll let them see that I'm admiring them without it being too much, but like a quick little, let's see if we can do the eye thing. We can connect the eyes.
Yeah.
She was like on her phone or something, so I was just admiring, but she was right behind us though, and you would cuddle up on me, so it was clear we're together. And I saw her, and then we ended up going inside, and then we're doing our thing or whatever. Then I ended up going to the bar a little later, and then I saw her again. So she's over there, and I forgot I said something like just a nice little light compliment, hello kind of thing. And it was clear she recognized me from outside. You was that motherfucker with your girl. Why are you talking?
I think I was in the bathroom too.
So. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you weren't even nowhere to be found. So it was like, it was clear without her saying too much at all. The energy was, why are you talking to me right now? I just saw you cuddled up with your girl outside in the line. What are you doing, bro? Leave me the fuck alone. She said all that without saying much at all. It was just like, oh, okay, yeah, thank you. Huh? And I was like, I don't know how to do this shit.
Yeah, it's weird waters. And for me, like I never really had experience like picking up women. I just never had that experience. Especially like in person. So I'm no help to you either.
But that's the thing. I be trying to tell her all the time. She is an A1 excellent quality candidate for wingman. Kind. No, for real. Every man's dream would be a wingman like you. Your number one, having your woman as your wingman, number one, that's just fire. Period. And you're so popping. Like you draw so much attention. You're so beautiful that women, and you're a woman, you have so many things working for you. Women are so much more open to engaging in flirtatious conversation with women. Period. The wall is at least 3/4 down just because you're a woman. And if you're a beautiful woman, the wall is completely down.
It's not completely down.
For a flirtatious conversation, when have you ever flirted with a woman and she was disgusted by you flirting with her? Where the fuck does that happen? Nowhere.
I never got disgusted, no.
Exactly. As a man, that happens like, oh God,
another
like,
one.
You can be respectful and kind and gentle, and it's just like, oh my God, fuck. But as a woman, you can activate all day, and I'm trying to get you to learn that. I'm trying to groom her. I'm trying to groom her right now and let her understand her power. Because we'd be out at the club. Matter of fact, that same night, that was the first time we did it. Where we'll see somebody.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And I'll be immediately. I'll be like, go talk to her right now. Like you'll say something like, damn, she's so hot. I'm like, go say it to her. Say it right now. Like don't think about it. Just say those fucking words to her right now. Don't overthink it.
It was so nerve-wracking. I hated it. Oh my God.
It worked every single time.
I got so many numbers.
Every single time.
I got so many numbers and made out with someone.
Yeah.
It was great.
They smile. They carry on conversation. They engage. I can't get that reaction as often as you, period, even if you weren't around and I was just trying to holler at them, period, number one. And then two, I damn sure ain't getting it with me standing next to you. It's like these two bald black people who look like they'd be together. It's clear we're together, even if you're not right next to me. So I'd much rather, I like to be optimal with my time. So I'm not going to waste my time trying to be the one to lead the initial conversation when I don't have to, because I have you. You are the secret weapon.
You are hilarious.
So you just go start it, and I'm the closer. I'm the one that you've set the table. You've let them know what it is, so they know what type of time we on, what we're trying to do. You've established this is a cool, safe, fun, sexy space. Come talk to us. Cool. Once you bring them in, then I can talk to them, let them know, oh, her dude is cool too. I like
handsome.
And handsome.
And sexy.
And
it's
now,
a great tool in his pocket.
And you can co-sign my penis immediately, and it's fine.
I've never heard that term. Co-sign.
You can co-sign my penis very quickly, like with the right one, 3 to 5 minutes. You know the one that we met that night. Yeah. Tell me you could not co-sign my penis very quickly, and she would understand, and it's fine.
Yeah.
I can't communicate I have good penis within 3 to 5 minutes. I can't even co-sign your vagina because it's a man saying it.
Yeah, men are gross. So.
Right. So I'm not stupid. I just rather much you just lead it. I'll close the deal and we good to go. So I would really love in 2024 and beyond to you full blown activating.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yes, that's the word. Activation. Let them know we here.
We're here, guys.
We're
accepting applications.
Yes. Because
we're open. We're no longer ajar.
We're no longer
wide open.
Wide open.
Spread eagle.
I believe I can fly.
Oh my God. Not him. Don't sing his music on this pod.
I forgot that's Kels.
Gotta edit that out.
No, it's fine. We're gonna just move on. But I do believe that. And I do believe there are amazing experiences in the horizon for us once you truly understand your power. It's like Luke Skywalker.
Oh my God.
You know, he didn't understand he had the Force within him.
Oh.
You know, I'm Yoda.
Hello, Yoda.
I got the Force within me.
Thanks, Yoda.
But I recognize my Force is more powerful.
Next time we have sex, I'm calling you Yoda.
Call me Yoda. Call me Yoda. And I'm instilling the Force within you. And once you understand the Force.
Give me the Force, Yoda.
Yes, you've got my Force, but I want you to have the Force as well. So that they can feel the Force.
I like your Force.
Yes. They want to like my Force. So let's let them like our Force. Okay?
We are the Force.
But seriously though.
No, I understand.
It's so easy. Like you don't have to have game. You just have to just talk. Like say what's on your mind as soon as it happens. That's all I need you to do. Just say that. They'll talk to you and then you'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's my man over there." And then you welcome me over, but you've already flirted. Then you can immediately go into, yeah, we both saw you over there and we thought you were so sexy. And then boom, you'll get your answer very quickly.
And then boom.
Right away, you'll either get, "Oh, that's so nice," ha ha ha, and be shy and fine. And they don't really know how to process this right now. But they're open. Or, "Oh, thank you, that's so much." But you can tell if they're not with it.
Yeah.
Or you can tell if they're all the way with it.
My thing is, I just don't, as being a woman that also doesn't want to be approached by, I just don't like being approached personally. Specifically men. I love it when women talk to me.
Exactly. You hear this shit? Exactly. Exactly.
Oh my God.
You already know. That's it.
No, seriously. I agree with you, but I don't know. I just feel like a man when I'm doing it. And it's like, I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable. I don't want to impede on their space. Sometimes people just want to go out and just be and not be perceived. And I just want to respect that. So that comes to mind.
You are far from a man.
I am far from
You're far from a man.
I am no man.
So please don't worry about that.
It's just that's what just comes up for me. So it's really uncomfortable and awkward for me. I'm coming out my shell. I came out my shell that night. Mm-hmm. I could do it again. I've done it after that as well.
Speaking of that, I was slightly offended because we went out for Halloween.
Oh my gosh.
You know where I'm going with this. We went out for Halloween. We was chilling, but like I said, I've been having a little itch to open up the cabinets. And it's been on full blown these last few months. So that was a night we haven't been out in a while. Yeah, it was October. It's a warm Halloween too.
Very concerningly warm.
All the bodies was out. All the legs were out. Fire. And we in Brooklyn. It's popping. We went on the strip. All they out there. They ready. It's Halloween. It's Halloween.
The freaks come out.
Yeah, the freaks are out here. They here. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's a good night. We ain't had a kid. We was out here. It's perfect. So, I'm just casually observing the scene, but I have to send her out because we just talked about it. I can't do it. So I'm like, just, oh yeah, that right there, that's nice right there, or whatever. And she sees me just looking and she sees me in my man shit. She doesn't see me in my man shit often.
No.
I was full blown, not even full blown. I was casually in my man shit. But I was on it though. I was definitely trying to see what's out here.
It's a very, I'm a lady. It was just a very jarring experience.
But I'm chilling though. But I'm observing the landscape. Uh-huh. And then so it was light, and then we went inside a spot. We was hanging out or whatever, had a good time. And then it's like that 2 a.m. time where, it's New York City. It's still, the night is young, but the night is also, it's going. If you want to do some things, if you want to extend your evening, you got to make moves now.
Yeah.
This is right before the lights come on at the club. You gotta make your moves, and if you're trying to make it happen tonight, you gotta be a little aggressive. You have to have a little pep in your step.
A little pep in your step.
So we leave the spot, and now I got the pep in my step. I got the fucking eye of the tiger in my eye, and I'm looking like, all right, what's up? What's out here? But I'm still not going crazy. I'm not like, oh my god, look, oh my god, look at her, look at her. Oh, we gotta get that. It was nothing like that. It was just like, all right, so yeah, let's see what we can go next. Blah 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 blah. I'm on it though. And then what did you say to me?
I'm not gonna say it.
In a nutshell, she called me thirsty. She said I was thirsty because I just wanted some vagina for the night, and I was observing the scene because I was like, yeah, let's go. Come on, let's go over here. I'm just making strides to make this happen.
I just felt like if it didn't happen now, maybe it's just not meant to be.
What you mean? You thought just some pussy was going to land in our lap?
No, but like we did talk to a few. Just didn't. They had.
That was not. We were just talking to people in the club. That was not.
It wasn't. We were not on it. Okay,
we did not go run up on nobody.
We didn't. We did not.
And you made me feel bad.
I did make you feel bad, and I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel bad. It was. I think I just wasn't there yet. I wasn't ready to be back on the prowl. I was very ajar at the time. So it's like I was open to something happening, but I honestly just didn't want to work for it. I didn't want to put myself out there. I didn't want to do the whole thing. We had just moved. I don't remember like the state of our house at that point. But we weren't fully unpacked. We weren't fully unpacked until Thanksgiving. So I don't know. It was just like, I just wasn't in that headspace. So seeing you fully in that headspace, and because I've been in that headspace with you, and it's completely fine. It's actually no different. It's not like you did anything different this night. But because I was so far away from where you were at, it just seemed really extreme to me. Mm-hmm. And I just wasn't there. I just was not, I don't know. And also I just felt like I really wanted to just connect with you. And I wasn't really interested in inviting somebody else into that because we didn't really have time at the time to really connect. It was like, we have jazz, we have to unpack, we have to work. We have jazz, we have to unpack, we have to work. Oh, mom's house burned down, we have to deal with that. It was just like a lot happening. So I wasn't feeling like there was like strong quality time that I was having with you. So I just wasn't really that interested. And I also at the time did not know how to fully, I feel like this is the first time I actually articulated that to you. I didn't have time to even process what it all was. So it came off really, you were coming off very aggressive for me. Also, I was a little intoxicated. So it amplifies everything else for me. But I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. I never want to make you feel that way.
No, you didn't hurt my feelings. You hurt his feelings.
Right. The penis.
Yes, you hurt
so sorry,
his
Mr.
feelings.
Penis.
Yes. Okay?
I'm sorry.
He has feelings too.
I know he does.
Yes.
He has great feelings.
Yes.
Big feelings.
And I think that taught me that, because I know that if I would have led the charge and I would have found like just a quality situation, you would have been fine and you would have been good with it. You would have been happy with it. I got to learn how to be able to lead the situations. I just want us to just get in a flow first.
Yeah.
Period. And activate on our open couple thing on a full blown level. And then after that, then I can learn how to figure out my leading, like me just go up and what I need to say to make somebody feel comfortable enough to come talk to us and let them know within seconds, yes, we like you, my girl likes you, I like you, we're an open thing. I need to be able to articulate that within 30 seconds, I feel like. But like let them know, like we want you though.
Yeah, we're very interested.
Yeah, we're not just here to casually chat. We want to chat.
And also I never experienced, like nobody's ever come up to me like as a couple. So it's like, I don't know what that feels like. And I really get in my head about like what the other person is experiencing. And I think, we should care about how other people feel. So it's like, I really don't want to make another woman feel uncomfortable. I just don't ever want to do that. So like all those things are processing in my head of like, okay, how would I feel? Like, I don't really know like where in this person's 20s they're at. Like, I don't know what they've experienced, if they're open to this, if this will be their first time, like what, I don't know. So like all those things crossed my mind in the span of making the decision to even walk over to somebody.
You're very kind, and I wholeheartedly understand that because those are my concerns. But again, you're you. Leave those concerns alone. They have nothing to do with you.
They do have something to do with me.
I understand theory, but I promise you, 0 out of 100 women, 0 that you go up to, I bet anything, will feel disgusted or offended that you would have the audacity to come up to them and compliment them on their looks or their vibe or whatever. 0 out of 100 would feel any disgust or feel like you're bothering them. Look at you.
Looks aren't everything though, and
in that initial thing, it is.
It is in the initial thing. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I know what I want to say, but like I always feel really uncomfortable talking about it, like in public spaces, even though we're in our bedroom. But I know I'm pretty, and I know that people are comfortable around pretty people, but another thing that comes up for me is like, I don't want people to feel like, oh, well, she thinks she's so pretty that she can just have these, like she gets a pass. Like, I don't want people to think that I feel that way about myself. Like, I don't know, I put a lot of negative on it that I think is too much. But it's a lot that goes through my head, and which is why it's been challenging for me. But I've been working on it, and I'm a lot more open, and I think I've gotten a lot better at what I need to make me comfortable. And I think that as long as I lead with that type of energy, that I will for sure, make somebody else feel comfortable, especially if I'm considering their feelings.
Yeah, and I definitely want you to be comfortable first and foremost.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't want to throw you into a situation where you just feel wildly out of place. I want you to feel good. And I know that as soon as you relax and stop overthinking it, you will be comfortable and you'll thoroughly enjoy it. Because again, like it got to the point where I think I literally threw you on somebody one time. Like she was popping and I'm like, go talk to her. And you're like, I don't know. And I had to push you like right in front of her face. And I had to push you right on her. And then what happened? Beautiful conversation for like 15 minutes. Y'all smiling and having a good time, exchanging numbers. I'm like, what are we talking about?
This is the one with the snake?
Her too, but not even her. It happened multiple times. It's happened multiple times. So I just look forward to you releasing all of those extra thoughts.
Yeah.
And let you know that it just doesn't apply here.
No, I completely appreciate it. And it's funny, like the more I do stuff for coaching, whether it's working with clients or planning something or studying something, it's like it's like that weird, like, I guess, imposter syndrome, where it's like, I know what to do, I know all the tools, I've actually taught people to do it, but it's like sometimes like implementing like the knowledge that you know for yourself. It's just like, come on, Basirah, take your own goddamn advice.
It's cute.
It's funny, but I'm human.
It's cute. I liken this to, imagine if Michael Jordan got drafted into the NBA. I know you know enough about basketball to understand this reference. Michael Jordan gets drafted in the NBA, but he's so unsure of his skills, he's afraid to go join his Chicago Bulls team and start playing basketball games. He tells, I don't know if I'm ready to sign this contract, Chicago. I might not be good enough. I don't want to disappoint you and the fans because I don't know. Imagine if Michael Jordan never signed his contract and played for the Bulls. Imagine what would happen. All the history that would have never happened. We have so much history to create. We have so much beautiful experiences to create. We have so many layups and dunks, all-star teams, NBA championships. I want the ring, okay? I want several rings, okay? So I need you to get in the game, Mike. Okay, Mike, you got the ball, D2. I need you to get in the game.
All right, coach.
I'll be Pippen. I'm good. I'll be Pippen. I'm happy Pippen. Pippen also got 6 rings. So I'm good over here. So that's all I got to say about that.
I appreciate being in the same breath as the Michael Jordan.
Oh, yes. And watch. Once it happens, like once you fully commit to this, like, all right, bet. We're about to go out here and do our open thing and just have fun. You're going to be shocked with how easy and enjoyable it is for everyone involved.
Every time I do it, it feels super fun and it feels super simple. But again, I just get in my head. But I'm definitely at the space now where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to again, doors wide open right now. So I'm really excited about going out there. But one thing that, you and I've talked about a lot was a lot of our experiences that we've had with others and has been online.
Right.
And using dating apps and stuff like that. And we usually use Field, and we still have a code, so we'll put that out there if y'all want to try it. Field is a great app if you want to meet people who are in the mix, whether it's in BDSM, whether it's kink, whether it's just wanting to do threesomes, whether they have an open relationship. You can even find friends, whatever it is. They're on there. It's great. We love the platform. We've used it for a few years. And we're just at the space now where it's I'm so bored with the internet.
Yeah, that process.
It's so exhausting, and it's that piece of, I hope they look the way they look, and also I hope they sound the way I think they sound. It's just so much mystery, which is fun. We met on the internet.
Right.
I say the internet like I'm an old person. We met on an app, and it was fun. I loved it, and I just want to like have that. I would have ideally loved to have just met you in person.
Yeah, that would have been dope. That would have been, I wouldn't even say better. That would have been, that just would have been more initial excitement.
Yeah.
Just spontaneously running into you somewhere out in the world.
Just like, oh, I was at Trader Joe's and found the man of my dreams.
Yeah, I think that, and that's what I've been feeling a lot too, because the apps are cool. I like the apps specifically Field, because it's like I can go to like my category and I can narrow down my category and have conversations and potentially meet up with someone specifically that I typed out. It's like putting keywords in for the type of person that I'm looking for. So I know by the time,
like build a bitch.
Right. And by the time we get to the meetup, it's a pretty good chance that they're gonna be what I'm looking for, because my screening process is A1.
Yeah, and what is it called when you give a tip? Like pro tip. Okay, so pro tip is if you're going to meet someone online, FaceTime them first. I don't know what you Android people do, but FaceTime them first so that you can see like what the vibes are. Sometimes we've gone on FaceTimes and it's just like your pictures are cute, your profile is nice, but like the vibes were not there. It was awkward, it was uncomfortable. Most times you got on there and it's just like, this is exactly what I was hoping for. The vibes are there and I'm going into this situation feeling really confident where I'm not going to be catfished, I'm not going to be confused. And the one time we didn't do it, one and only time we didn't do it.
We didn't do it with when we went to the spot after.
I'm talking about the first time.
Well, yeah, we didn't do that. That was our first. We didn't know shit about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if we would have picked up enough to know it was going to be what it was, but we would have picked up something.
Yeah.
We would have picked up something.
Time.
But definitely that, yes.
Yeah, I think that it's necessary to just like know what you're about to get into. Get on the phone. Bare minimum, talk to them.
Yeah.
So you can just feel what the vibes are, hear their voice. And I feel like there's just like something that tethers a little deeper when you do that. But bare minimum to make sure they look the way they photos look.
Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie though, I would love to come across somebody's page on an app and just see like, oh, they're popping, their bio is dope, they're fine as fuck. And we talk, like I send a message real quick, they happen to be online, they get back to me within 15 minutes. We have a nice exchange very quickly. If they happen to be free tonight, and then we go link up right then. That would be dope. To do that, the whole thing happen, and then we fuck. Absolutely.
Gotta land there.
No, I need to. No, that's the whole thing. Like the excitement of this all happened within about 6 hours. That I would love that.
I could see that.
Yeah, I need that one time.
One good time.
But the apps are dope. There's nothing wrong with the apps, and I've loved all the connections that we've made on the app so far. But I have absolutely been missing organic connections.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, in a sense, it's almost cheating.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. It's just weird.
You curated your person.
Right.
You picked the absolute everything, and you have this file of people that's just.
Yeah.
It's like there's fun in the mystery of like, will this work? Because I have no idea what you're into. I have to ask what your kinks are instead of reading them online.
Right.
But it's a complete cheating, actually. Yeah.
And that initial feeling you have going up to somebody or like seeing their response.
And that vulnerability of like asking like, hey, like these are the things that I'm into. Like, what do you think about them? That like heart drop moment once you put it all out there and it's just like wondering like, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. Are you interested in this too? Is this freaking you out? Like, am I scaring you? Are you trying to run? Did you just text your friends like SOS? Like, what's going on here? So it's like that vulnerability in person, that organic meetup. I'm really interested in that. And I really just want to go with the flow and just like see where our energies fall.
Yeah. Also, I think, especially now with more experience, I think I would just have way more success in person. I feel like on the apps, there's a lot of dudes, there's a lot of men, because like sometimes I'll turn the men part on. I'm just curious of like what men are on the app that women have to experience.
Yeah.
I turn it on, there's a lot of lame motherfuckers on these apps.
There really are.
So it's so much of that. I'm in the pool of that. So it's that, and then having to get the conversation going. It's missing each other. They might not be on for 2-3 days. It's a lot of that. And it still is more challenging to articulate yourself without them being able to feel your presence. Because a stare, not a stare, but it's like an eye lock, an engagement can communicate a lot more.
Eye make out.
Yeah, you can do that. And I want to be able to use my physical tools and my energetic tools more in a way that I can't do on the apps because it's just text and pictures.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I agree with you. Like on mine, I just have it open for women, and I had it open for women and couples, and then I had to like shut it off to couples because I was getting all these men. Like I'm not interested in another man. I'm just not. And when I opened it, the floodgates were open, and it's like I'm trying to close it, but they're all pouring in, and it was just so many at a time, and it was rough.
It's like an intensified, magnetized version of like what's going on in the world. Like it's just hyper what is actually happening in your real life. If you just go out in the world, how many men? Well, actually no, it might be a little more because they have more courage to send a message as opposed to come up to you in person. But it still is like an example of how it is in
what
person.
It's like to be a woman walking down the street.
Yeah, and so I don't want to get swallowed up in that.
Yeah, and I think that's I was so grateful for when I got on the app that I met you on. It was very quick. It was not a long time from me being on the app to me getting your message. And I probably talked to like 3 other people, but it wasn't like ongoing conversations. It wasn't like engaging conversations. So you were the only actually engaging conversation I had. But I think I was on there for like not even 2 weeks.
Yeah, I could tell because I was on there for a little bit and I didn't see your profile. But as soon as I saw your profile, hit you up, and then we spoke within like a day or two of that. And then once we started talking, we just never stopped. No. And we're still talking today. So yeah, it was beautiful how that happened, and you were different from what I expected from the app. So it was like a pleasant surprise.
You thought I was I had a deep raspy voice.
Possibly worked
serious.
Possibly worked for a nonprofit. Possibly. And yeah, no, and you liked yoga. That's all I had in my mind. And you're like, you cool, but you know, I don't know, you might be a little limited in your range of like personality.
Oh, I found we can post them if you want. I found our original OkCupid conversations.
Oh, you still have them?
I think I
screenshotted them too, actually.
Yeah, I still have them.
Yeah.
It was mad boring. I'll post them just because it's funny.
It's boring?
It wasn't boring, but it's just like, it was a very...
politically correct. I remember we were like...
Yeah.
We were just like, clean.
Nobody would have known from these conversations that we are some kinky motherfuckers. Like,
yeah, it was very clean.
Very clean, very safe.
Yeah, it was very...
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Basirah.
Amir.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really liked your profile, pictures and everything. You seem like a really interesting person.
Yeah.
Like to travel and do yoga.
I saw you went to Thailand. How was that?
It was beautiful. I was playing with the elephants and all that, you know? Yeah, it was like that, and then
it was so clean. And then because we got each other's number very quickly. It wasn't like a long conversation. When I wish we had, I'm sure we still do have those original messages. I don't ever delete mine. I still have messages from like 2014.
I'm sure,
but I'm not scrolling.
That's a lot.
I don't have that risk. And then God forbid somebody message or call, and just like
I'm gonna do that on my computer one day. Okay. I'm gonna take the day and go all the way back. You send me so many goddamn messages though. I might be there for a few hours. It's worth it though.
I'd pay somebody to do it before I do it myself.
Nephew, you want a job?
I do not want him in my messages. Oh my God. I'd soon rather die. I'm sweating now. Oh my God.
Yeah, we should hire somebody though. We should
anybody else.
We should absolutely hire somebody. I'm so curious. But it wasn't those initial conversations on the app. It was first or second conversation on the phone.
Yeah.
Got popping quick. We turned up the heat. Rather quickly. We turned up the heat. Read between the lines. Y'all know what we talked about.
It was a great phone conversation. And I remember just feeling like, oh, like, shit, I found it before I even met you in person.
Yeah, I knew once you were able to give me some sound advice with things I was dealing with at the time. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Because I'm sapiosexual. And I really get turned on by intelligence. So you'd be able to extend some gems for me, especially, you're younger than me.
I keep forgetting that.
I don't know how. Shit, I don't.
It's like 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years. Significant enough. I don't know how I feel about that. You be forgetting.
I really
like,
do.
Are you saying I act immature or something?
No, I really do forget that when your child was born, I was graduating high school.
Right. I was well into life when you graduated high school.
Yeah.
I was well into my life.
I don't know. I be feeling like, we're teammates.
Yeah. Yeah. But the fact that you were able to do that for me really did it for me. But I guess I was looking for something different at that time. I feel like now in approaching apps or even in person, I am very much in the season of wanting to have fun. And like, I know the first episode we talked about open relationship, you said we had our whole phase. I don't think we had our whole phase.
I don't think we had our whole phase
because you never activated. We can't have our fucking whole phase.
We were hoeing, but it wasn't a strong hoe.
No.
It was a...
We were not hoeing. We were highing. Hey.
Stupid.
Come on, hang out with us. Casual highs. We were not hoeing.
We had a good little streak there. We were juggling a good amount.
We weren't, though.
It was a good amount. It was new for me, who was new into open. You were new into open relationships too.
Let's keep it.
There was a lot happening.
Let's keep it a buck. How at our peak, we were juggling maybe 3 people.
4. 3 mains, and then like
a sporadic one. The one. Yeah.
There was a lot of sporadics happening.
There was 3 mains and a few sporadics.
I don't want to say I couldn't even count the sporadics.
It was a few sporadics. Yeah,
more than 3.
But even the 3 mains, it wasn't like a consistent, ongoing, weekly, even bi-weekly thing with.
It's like we saw one week, the other the next week, and the other the next week. I felt really busy and tired. I felt very busy and tired.
And that's where men and women differ. I'll just say that.
It's like I love them, but I'm like, again, like somebody's coming now.
But I want a whole phase.
I want a whole phase too.
I want a full blown open relationship whole phase, like a year. I want just once. Let's make 2024. I'm declaring it now.
Our year of hoeing. That's
2024. The year of the hoe.
The year of the hoe.
The year of the hoe. The open hoe.
Oh my God.
The year of the open hoe. Let's go. Yeah, can we get a t-shirt for that? It's New Year's Eve as we bring in the new year. The year of the open hoe. Come on, just cheers that. The year of the open hoe.
The year of the open hoe.
Open hoe. So dive your commitment right now that you're going to hoe with me in 2024.
No, I'll definitely hoe with you in 2024.
Yeah, I think you, again.
You ain't hoeing alone.
Yeah, I'm not hoeing alone. No. But I will say, since we're speaking about our openness and our open relationship goals, I want to hoe with you. I want to hoe with you, but I'm also very open. Just keep it real to establishing like meaningful connections that can, last for however long they'll last. Like I am interested in that. I'm not pressed or available for anything long term. Like, we're trying to build this. We got businesses we're trying to build. Yeah. We're trying to continue our own personal growth. So I know anything too serious would just be a distraction, or just we won't be able to give the proper energy to them or ourselves in that.
Yeah, and I think that's where like our downfall was with our faux hoe phase.
Faux hoe. That's a good one.
You're funny. I think that with our faux hoe phase, there was a lot of emotion happening from like a lot of different avenues that weren't all meeting the same path. Right. And it was just like it became really confusing. It just became like a lot. Right. It was a lot of talking, and that's not really what I was expecting going into it.
Talking to them?
Yeah.
In general.
Just in general.
Right.
Like they were my friends. Like, still are. I don't know. I just felt like it became bigger than what we were expecting, or more than what we were like, what our appetite called for. Right. So I think that I don't think we did anything wrong. I don't think that we communicated anything falsely. I just think that we were new. It was like being a teenager going through puberty and like, oh my God, sex. Like, that's what it felt like. So I think going in now, it's like, we're more mature. We're adults. We know what we want and we know how we want it, and we can communicate that effectively. Yeah. And I think going in with that intention would just make things a lot different. Yeah. So that we're not, hurting anybody or confusing anybody or.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that our biggest, I won't put words in your mouth. My biggest mistake going through that experience was the word partner.
Yeah, we
unless we are playing a game and we are teaming up and we are partners in this game, I am not using that term.
But how do we refer to them?
Because I thought partner would be like very even, very general, very vague. Just like, yeah, these are the partners. Like, it's very different from like, hey nephew, like this is the girl I'm fucking right now. Like, it's just a very different type of conversation that I'm having with just like, the people in my life. So it's just like partner it just seemed really neutral. And I think it was received as like, we are in a relationship, like this is my life partner type of thing.
Only by one or two of them though. Yeah. When I say that they took it that way. But just to make sure that doesn't happen again, I think we need to come up with another word. And I also feel like if like we're just fucking casually,
I feel like friend.
But that's, if it's casual, I see you when I see you, you're dope, love you, you're great, but I might not see you for 2-3 months. We might not talk much during that time. Sure, friend. But if it's somebody that we're consistently rocking with, weekly, bi-weekly, we see them a few times a month, I feel like friend is a little bit disrespectful.
That's what I think too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're sharing themselves with us. That's a lot to even ask of somebody.
Seriously.
To consistently show up for a whole couple and be doing a thing. So I feel like this is proper word. I don't know. What other word you got?
I don't know, but I just felt like if we're going to use whatever word we do choose to use, it has to be like a discussion of like, this is what I feel this word means when I say it. This is what I mean. This is my intent, so that you don't create your own around the word I'm using. I think that I would just be very abundantly clear about that, because I think there was a lot of confusion with that. But like we just said, it's so true. Like it's a big ask to ask someone like, hey, like come into our bedroom. This is our bedroom, actually. Like come into our bedroom, have sex with us, be around us. We're cool. It's a vibe. You'll have a great fucking time. And it's like all those things are true, but like also we've had a few situations where it's like we were not fully okay. Or it's like somebody's like literally on their way over. We had some person, we were supposed to have a date.
That was pretty
That was awful.
That was really bad.
We literally had someone on the way over to our house.
On the train.
And we got in like a nasty ass fight where it's like there's no vibes happening tonight. We can't bring this person into our relationship right now. This is disrespectful and irresponsible. Right. So they're like 10 minutes, not even, probably less than 10 minutes away, and we gotta be like, oh, we gotta cancel. Yeah. And that really sucked. That didn't feel good. I didn't like that. We never spoke to that person again, and it felt shitty. I don't like wasting people's time, and I don't like wasting people's time, but I also want to respect people's time in the same way. So it's like, I don't want you to come over knowing that this isn't a safe, quote unquote, space for you to be in at the moment, because we're not good. Right. Because then, energy is felt regardless of who you are. So they're going to feel that we're off. Right. And when we're good, we're good. And it's like, if we're going to bring somebody in, that's the energy we should have. Yeah. So, it was just like a lot of us figuring stuff out too in the midst of our FOHO phase. And
I really like this FOHO word. It's
try saying it 5 times fast.
FOHO, 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 FOHO.
Phase.
So
it was just like a lot happening, and I felt like those negative stuff that was happening with us was bleeding into them, and then like impeding on the friendships that we also had with them, and it was just too much. So, and that's why I think that this break, even though it wasn't the most intentional, it was very needed, so that we can go within and be like, okay, let's reflect back. This is what went great. This is what didn't go great. This is what we want to try differently. This is what we have to try differently if we're even going to attempt to do this again.
Yeah. So that's 2 open relationship goals. Number 1, making sure we're good before venturing back into it. And then also being clear about what the word partner may mean, for instance. And so that was one of your mistakes, how you were using the word partner or challenges. No, I'm saying,
throw it on me.
No, you said that was like something
I know,
you
but I thought
using.
You would like chime in and be like, us.
I mean, I was cool with partner. I was just saying that was your thing, because I have my own thing, and I feel like my thing, not a regret, but something I learned from and want to do better moving forward, is establishing my own rapport with partners or friends as we're evolving our thing.
Yeah.
I felt stuck in a way where it was like
Us.
Yeah, like
We
the only
are
time.
a unit. We are bald. We move together. We
Yeah.
are basically conjoined twins. That
Yeah, like I only
Sorry.
talk to them when we are in a group chat or when we see
Yeah.
them together. We only hang out when you're right there. We only have sex when you're right there. We
Yeah.
only make decisions together about what's gonna happen. And I it was cool at first, and then I definitely felt like I don't want to do this all the time with them, especially once like in the
Yeah.
beginning, cool. We building a thing, we're establishing, everybody's cool, they respect us, we like this, cool. But once we've established we're good, I want to be able to develop my own thing with them. I want to be able to have my own experiences with them, so I can just feel like myself.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. I think that, and that was our intention in the beginning. That was just always our intention. It was we are going to go in this together and figure it out as a unit. And once it's established, then we can separate. Because it's like, we don't have our own individual relationships outside of this relationship. So it's like, if we're going to have one, it's like, it's going to be, us. And there's a point where, like you just said, that has to break apart, and we have to have our own individual relationships with this person. Or connections with this person or experiences with this person, so that we can just thrive and be, we do everything together. We work together, we do the pod together, we sleep together, we live together now. It's just like, it'd be mad cool if I didn't have to see your face for 20 minutes.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I would like that. I would like that. And, I've told you that I'm open to you having your own connections with people outside of me. Like, even if you would initiate them, like, or it happens, it starts outside of me. Like, depending on who it is and like how it happens, I'm good with that, because I feel like there's a certain type of person, women specifically, and we'll touch on that in a minute, but a woman that you connect with, where there's certain parts of you that you would love to be able to just be in or explore outside of me. And I feel like if there's somebody that we're both dealing with, even when you have your own time, there's still a cap on how far you can go, because at the end of the day, it still kind of comes back to me what's going on more. So, like, obviously it will still come back to you and tell me what's going on with somebody else. Yeah. But I do feel like it's different when there's no tie with me and that person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know that I see the value in you being able to have that, in terms of us being able to continue to figure out how we can establish our own individuality within our relationship. Like, I think that's one area, since we're venturing into more open relationship waters, how we can maintain that there. Obviously there's other things that we can do to make sure that we still have our own personal space, but that's something that I know for sure I see value in you being able to have, and I definitely see value in me being able to have. I know from my own personal interest in women, like, because they're, that little subcategory of women that you just are not interested in, but I'm very interested in.
Yeah.
I see how you've gotten to a place where you understand the appeal for me, and you've figured out ways to like it, in a sense, like, have fun with it too.
Yeah.
And like encourage it, in a sense, like, oh yeah, I'd love to see you break her. Oh, I'd love to see you flog her. I love to see you choke her, whatever it is, you've told me. So, but it's like a me thing. You either just want to witness or just know that it's happening, so much so that you will go and find them for me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Though, like, y'all would not have a thing together.
Yeah.
And I love that. I do
too.
And I want to be able to explore that too. And then knowing that I'm not interested in having any deep connections with anybody outside of us doing it together. Like, deep connections, I'm not interested in that unless we're all going to do it. I have a very specific way of how I want to go about that. So if it's not going to be that, which it's not going to be, because 2024 we hoeing apparently. If it's not going to be that, then I just want it to be more casual, but I want it to be very intentional. And I know that's something that I know is a strong desire of mine when the time is right. So there'll be a space where I want to be able to explore that, because I know that there are parts of me that still really just desire that in my life. And there's just certain types of fun I wouldn't be able to have with you, with them.
Yeah.
And it's like not anything. It's just that, number one, we don't have those types of fun, and you wouldn't want to have those types of fun with them. So there is just a space. There's an avenue that I want to venture in where it's just by myself. So I say all that to say that I see value in us both having our own individual things, and I do look forward to a time when, after we've established our thing together and we just in a great flow, where we can have, you got a little somebody over here, you got somebody over there. And I don't know if I said it to you, but I like the idea, because we live together now. So I was like, damn, wow. Once we do get to that place where I do have individual people,
like I know what you're about to say.
Yeah, you probably do. Like, how am I bring it back to the crib if like you're here, and like that's kind of awkward. Like, take them to my office while you're in the living room.
To my office.
Yeah, you're just like, oh hey, Basirah, oh hey girl, and I just go fuck them in my office. Like, is that what we're about to do? Maybe. But also, that's probably more awkward for them than it is for us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to put them through something like that. So I would like a monthly flex day, let's say flex day or two, where either you're home with your partner and I'm sleeping over my partner's place, so you have the house to yourself.
Is that what I thought you were?
Well, yeah. Like a flex day. You could be here with them and I'd be out with them, or vice versa, and we just know this is the day of flexing.
I thought you were gonna say, like, you being the voyeur that you are, you'd appreciate just like working in your office and then just so happen to hear sex sounds from me and my partner in the bedroom.
I love that too. Absolutely love that too. That'd be great. That's like the perfect amount of jealousy. Like, because I like the idea of you liking somebody that, like, they cool with me, but they're not into men, or they just don't, they're not vibing with me for whatever the reason. But like, it's cool, so we can speak, but like, we just don't have nothing. But I want them though. Like, I would love to fuck them, but I just can't do it. And I have to just either watch from the sideline.
Masochist.
Either just watch from the sideline, like at least they're cool with me watching. That's great. But if they're not comfortable with that, and all I can do is hear stories or hear y'all through the wall.
What's wrong with you?
I feel like I could find some enjoyment in that. I've never been in that kind of situation. I could find some enjoyment in that.
You're hilarious.
I'm just saying. So, I'm open. I'm open to the possibilities, and I'm very excited to what's to come with all of that.
Yeah, I'm definitely open to it. I can be completely honest and say I'm not ready for that right now.
Yeah, me either.
But I am looking forward to, like, when, the whole phase of 2024, whole 24, when that ends, to see, like, where we land. And maybe it's June of 2024 that, things shift. Whatever it is, I'm open to it. But I just know I'm not there yet.
Yeah, man, and I'm in no rush whatsoever, because I am so excited. You're gonna be activating, gonna be putting yourself out there, putting us out there, recruiting. I just want to. I'm so excited. You have no idea. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to,
are recruiting. If you would like to submit an application, you can send it at info@bothsidesofthebed. I'm kidding.
I'm not. You can send that info at both sides of the bed, or slide in them DMs. You know what I'm saying? But I also wanted to touch one of the most popular subjects that just seems to never be able to evade us, and people always want to know, and they always have lots of strong opinions. And I think we're clearer on this more now than ever before, after just many discussions, especially after people have had opinions on it, like where we are, why we're on it. And I just feel like it's beneficial to share where we are when it comes to men, because this shit comes up a million times. And number one, I find it fascinating that,
like, why we don't have men in a relationship.
Right. Or do you, or why not, or giving their opinions on why that's an issue. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we all kind of operate through this lens of open relationship means it's wide open to everyone, and it's not even a true open relationship unless you have an extra penis in the mix.
Yeah, like the women can date the men if yeah.
Right. And there's a plethora of reasons why different people are interested in that or why they're not interested in that. And I'm glad that because initially I was hesitant to really get into with you why I wasn't with it. Because I just don't want to come off like I'm just insecure or jealous and I don't want you fucking other men. Like, it goes deeper than that.
Yeah.
Like, granted, that doesn't do it for me. Just number one, it just doesn't do it for me. It doesn't get me excited. It doesn't turn me on. Because I don't trust men enough to let them into this vulnerable place and share you. You are mine. Yeah. You are mine.
I am yours.
And even with saying that, like, people will be like, oh yeah, no, girl, you're your own individual. Yes, and in this relationship, you're mine, and we like that. We love that.
We love that.
Yeah. And so within that by itself, yeah, there's ownership and there's possession over you. And so I am stingy with my things. I'm not gonna just share my things with some random motherfucker. I'm just not.
I'm glad I'm your things.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So number one reason why for me, and I'll say my reasons why, so we can get that out the way. So then you can share your reasons, because I feel like they're only gonna hear your reasons anyway. But I at least gonna share my reasons.
Okay, you're funny.
So that's number one. 2, men ain't shit. It's just a fact of life. I can accept that now. I can be real. I can keep it a buck. Men ain't shit. Men, you know we ain't shit. Just in general, men ain't shit, though. Like, the percentage of men that are shit is so low. That ain't shit is high. Yes. Yeah. I've had many of times when I was not shit. And it's like sometimes like intentionally like being an asshole and taking advantage, and other times not intentionally, but absolutely I have been a part of the Men Ain't Shit Club for sure. And so knowing that, my ability to trust that men are going to respect our situation, show love and know their position and what we're doing is so low, and truly appreciate the gift that they are being given by me. Cause it's the man on man thing. Fam, I'm sharing my lady with you. So I need you to respect her at the highest level. Yeah. I need you to respect me and how you treat her. And I need you to know your role. You'll never be on my level here. Don't try to show me up with your dick. Don't lead with your dick. That's not going to work here. So, and most men can't understand that, because unless we're friends. And that brings me to my next point. I have to genuinely be friends with you, or see myself being able to be friends with you and like really like you, in order for me to even be open to that. I got to feel like I could leave y'all alone for hours and he will not violate, because we haven't had a conversation about whatever. He's not even going to go wherever that is. So I need all those things. And then the newest addition to my list of why men will not be in the mix with us. We spoke about how, somebody is in an open relationship with their husband, right? Her husband, and she had a dude on the side where it wasn't the three of them. She just had a side situation, right? Yeah. She had a side situation. Was it a relationship or they were just fucking?
I think it was kind of both. Okay,
so they were doing a thing, and then one thing led to another, and he did some men ain't shit. And left her all heartbroken and distraught and fucked up, all in her emotions. She was sad, probably couldn't go to work normally and function around her husband and her kids. Now, you know me.
Yeah.
If we out here just minding our happy bald business and you start going in a texting war with some nigga and all of a sudden you get sad, all of a sudden I see fucking tears coming down your face and you're hurt. What are we talking about? I can't handle that. I'm not able to manage that. If somebody else is making you feel like shit and you're going through all of this inner turmoil, it's affecting your ability to just show up for yourself and be happy. It's affecting your ability to be good in our thing. I don't want to see you sad. I don't want to hurt you. So I damn sure don't want no other dude to hurt you. Yeah. So I can't handle that. That's just if it didn't work out and you just in your feelings. Imagine he do some fuck shit to you. Yeah. Then I gotta go kill him. I don't want to go to jail. I know myself. Like if he violates.
I don't want to go to jail.
Like if he did any level of violation sexually and did something that you didn't consent to. I'm going to put him under the earth. I know myself. So I'm going to go to jail. Like, there's not no in between. I will hunt him down until he dies.
Okay.
Period.
We're on camera.
No, I'm dead. I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. So I know myself. So because I know that, we're not even gonna go there.
We're just not gonna go there.
Let's not go there. And then the last one, which was funny, the last funny one. Imagine like we bring somebody in, and then it's just not good. I didn't shared my whole. This is my vagina. Okay, I didn't shared my whole vagina with some random motherfucker, and it was not satisfactory. Now we in bed that night, and we're just that Kevin Hart meme when he's like, "Let some nigga in." And it's like this awkward, like God. And I feel him there. I feel his presence lingering.
Smell him.
I'm not with that shit. So for all those reasons, I'm good. If you call me insecure, selfish, controlling, well, I will be all of that because I'm not fucking with that. And that's my reasons. What are your reasons? Because I don't want them to feel like I'm imposing my shit on you and making you come to the conclusion that you don't want no other penis. Because when we were initially going about this, I just want to be like, I was like, hey, if this is a real desire for you, I can figure it out. Though this is my list of reasons why not.
Strong list.
But if you really need this, I can figure out how to do that with you.
You have expressed that. You continue to too.
Right. So I just wanted to make that clear. But please share your side of it.
Yeah, like at first when I just thought open, I thought what like most people think. And it's just like, oh, okay, like, men. Like, clearly I'm into men. You're here. Mm-hmm. So my mind just like automatically went there. Then I realized like, oh, okay, like maybe I'll attempt that or try that or see like how these certain things go. And so I kind of like let my mind explore, and it's just like in imaginary world it's cute, but it's just like the thought of it happening, because I like, as much as I like love you, like I don't really like men like that. Yeah. Like I like having you here is enough. It's just like fully enough. So like to have like another man, it just like kind of gives me the ick. I'm just not interested in that. And I know this sounds like so weird putting like, having sex with some other man into the mix with what I'm about to say, but what I literally think about is like, I have this whole ass man that I'm in a relationship with, and your work, and men are work, and then I have this whole stepson of mine who's like, a mini man and
right.
is a lot of work, and then I have these two turtles who are both men. It's just like, I'm around enough men on a day-to-day. Nephew's here. I see him often. It's just like, I have enough men in my hemisphere that's just like, I'm not even used to this. Like, I grew up with 11 sisters that were frequently around. Right. I had 9 brothers, but like, I didn't really see them like that. So to be around all this testosterone is a lot. Right. So just like the thought of that is just like, I'm not even interested in having that kind of company. And also I don't like the idea of like having someone else inside of me. Like I think that's just like, this is my sacred temple that's mine, and I want to, and I control who gets to play in or around and do those types of things. And it's like, I'm not really interested in having another man in my temple. Right. I just feel like it would feel weird, and it would just, I don't know. And it's just like when I think about sex prior to you, it's just like, it was cool, but it's like I wasn't really having a great time if I compare it to now. And if I like knew what I knew now back then, I just would have done things a lot differently. Because it just wasn't worth it. It wasn't good. It wasn't fulfilling. It didn't feel like I left that feeling whole. So I just don't think that having multiple male partners is in the cards for me for those reasons. Right. And also like I like being possessed. I like, being your territory. Right. And just like having some other sword over here, like, protecting the temple. It's just like I'm just not interested.
It disrupts that ability to have that.
And I think, and I know a lot of women who do have multiple men in their lives and they enjoy it. And if that's for you, then I think that's a beautiful thing. It's just really not for me. I don't judge. I don't shame. It doesn't feel right for my being. Though I know a lot of people who it does.
Yeah, and I think it's dope for them. I think that neither side should be putting down either side. Everybody has their own journey, their own desires and their own purpose within this. Like what really brings them happiness when it comes to that. So there's no one way, one shoe that fits everything.
Yeah, and just because you're open, like one thing that one of my good friends, I should call her out because she pissed me off, but one of my good friends, she like straight up said to me, she was like, well, it's not an open relationship if you're not getting other dick. And I was just like, that's so vulgar to say, number one. Two, I think it's just so close-minded for people to think that like open means like it has to be this way, which is so close-minded for something that's called open.
Yeah. What does that say about how people view the other women that we're bringing in as somehow less than?
Exactly. And I think that and I do understand why people do have that conversation about it, because I think people assume that it's just the man being like, I don't want no other man here, this is mine. And just like full stop, that's the end of the story. So it's just like she's desiring it, but he said no, so it's no. But she actually really wants it. And I think more people think that that's the situation. I don't know if it's here or just in general. But for a lot of people, they're most likely doing exactly what they want. I know I am. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. I'm just fully and completely uninterested.
Yeah, and I still get feelings like when I know you're interested in somebody, or like they get a certain response out of you, like you like them, and it still brings up feelings. So it's not like we're void of any level of jealousy. I'm able to escape the jealousy or anything like that because we're only dealing with women. Nah, it still comes up. These are humans outside of myself that are bringing you some level of happiness or pleasure. Yeah. And that's something I have to accept, especially when you have your own moments with them that aren't within my control or experience. Yeah. So I mean, people are people at the end of the day. So it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. And I think that people should do what they want to do. Period. Just plain and simple. And that's all. Just do what you want to do and be happy with that. And don't force yourself to be in a box because of what society thinks or what your partner desires. It's like, just because your partner desires something doesn't mean that you have to desire it. It can be that you can allow their desires to flourish without you, but it could also mean that doesn't have to be a part of your experience if you don't want it to be.
Yeah. And we said all of that, and also knowing that at some point down the line, I can say definitively there will definitely be somebody that we bring in at some point so that we can experience what that is like. From our last conversation, it was like, yeah, at some point when it makes sense and it works, like we'll venture down there.
I would say if it makes sense. Before I say when it makes sense. If it makes sense, I'm open. Like I'm not, and that's the whole point of why we use that term specifically, open. I'm open to anything happening, but I just know right now for me, for who I am and what I need, that's just not in the cards for me. But who knows who I will be tomorrow or at the end of 2024.
Right. But I just know myself and being an explorative person and liking to delve into different taboos and different experiences that, inspire new feelings. That's a very new thing to experience. And I know that my interest in wanting to experience that will happen at some point, but it got to be the right person, it got to be the right time, and it got to be the right situation. And it's definitely not something we're going to be actively seeking. It's just going to fall in our lap, the stars will align, and we'll have some fun.
It is time.
So that is our TED Talk on additional penis. But before we wrap things up, since this episode is titled Open Relationship Goals, do you have any other specific goals that are important to you as we now venture into opening things back up?
My first goal, I would say, is just to have really transparent and open communication. And it's like, you know, we worked on our communication, we know all the tools, and it's like knowing the tools and executing the tools are different things. And I think that we're finally getting a space where we're executing at a better rate. But as we go into this, I don't want there to be questions. I don't want there to be confusions. I just want to go in with just like the best communication of my life.
I second that making sure it's crystal clear for everybody. I want to up our level of communication, and just our consistency with our people, like making sure that they feel us and they know that we're here for them, or like we're here and we're not just fading off, you know, getting caught up so much in life that they don't feel us. I want to make sure that they feel us and know that we care about them, and appreciate them being in our lives. So definitely that. But also, like, I just really want to go for it. You know, like I just really want to fucking immerse ourselves into what being open can offer us. Learn how to cultivate our game. Like, what is our game when we're in the bar situation? How is it like when we see somebody?
Play 3 this time. Right. Tomorrow play 6.
Exactly. When we're on the street, how do we go about that? You leading, I'm leading. Like, I want to just have fun with it and just do all the shit and just really fucking go for it and have multiple partners that we like in different ways for different reasons, and explore and really see what we like, and just really be able to say, like, once we eventually may calm down at some point, that like we really did that, and we really got everything that we can get out of doing the open thing.
Yeah. And the other thing that I really want is I just want to get out of my head. I just want to get out of my head and be free and be just really present and just dive into real connection. Yeah,
absolutely. I look forward to that for you.
Thank you.
And I want to be able to help inspire other people. I want to be an inspiration. I want to have updates. I want to put them on these episodes and sharing our different experiences, whether, you know, specifically our sexcapades or different connections we've made, how we've gone about this whole process of being open, so that we can share with other people and let them know, you know, this is how we do things. It's okay to be open. This is, you know, what's available to you, you know, by being open, because, you know, obviously we're big advocates for open relationships in whatever makes sense for everyone. It looks different for everyone.
Yeah, it really does.
You know, but there's just so much opportunity, and there's so many problems that we could avoid if we just open that thing up.
Yeah,
you know?
Open it up and just be honest with, like, first open yourself up. Like, what do you really want, and how would you like to go about it? And start there. Like, I think a lot of people just like close that part of themselves off because they just assume their partner will say no, or assume that it won't be accepted by whomever. But just be you and be open.
Absolutely. So we had a good conversation today. This was fun. So we thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. Make sure you connect with us. Like, we are continuing to be consistent here. We continue to show up with y'all. Please don't be shy. Please reach out to us. Please engage with our posts. Let us know what you like. Share your stories with us. Share any opinions you have. Leave some goddamn reviews, y'all. Because we say it, but y'all don't do it.
Please.
Just leave us a review. Help support us. If you love us, if you like us, if we alright, can you please leave a review no matter what it is?
Yes, a 5-star review, especially on Apple and Spotify, will really help boost us so that we can grow. And the stuff that you like hearing from us, we can share with other people.
Absolutely. Keep tuning in. Keep rocking with us. We got a lot to do. And make sure that you subscribe to all the channels. Stay connected with us. We got a lot coming in 2024 as we wrap up this year. And make sure y'all check into the stories. We got a whole 2024 whole phase campaign. Be on the lookout. BSOTB whole phase 2024. Let's go.
And if you want to take your intimate journey to the next level and really try to figure out who you are sensually, sexually, intimately, and if you want to explore your own whole phase, let me be your coach. And if you want, let us both be your coaches.
Yes.
We are here for you. You can reach out either in our DMs at bothsidesofthebed.tv or at b-intimate.com and let us know.
Yes. So again, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Let's continue to build this thing. Until next time, stay tuned for the sexy.
Stay tuned for the sexy.